Diogo Jota, former Liverpool player, former Portuguese international dies in a motor accident at the age of 28 alongside his brother Silva last night, according to BBC. Released that news last night or early this morning, and sadly, both young men, we are just taking snit of life by a car crash late last night or early hours of this morning, depending on the part of the globe where you are. And with this video, we're going to give you a little bit more details of what we know about this story. And first of Jota, has been a part of the success story of Liverpool since 2020, joining Liverpool from Wolves, and played a very huge part when the club was in Liverpool, and of course last season as well. Liverpool won the league, and he was one of the big part players in that squad. And this morning we woke up to this sad news: the young man, alongside his brother, have died in a car crash, and details have emerged. This happened late last night, and as they were trying to in their Lamborghini, if you want to know those details as well, and as they were trying to overtake another car, they lost control, and the car went into flames, and both young men lost their lives. But sad news, and our condolence goes to, first of all, the family, of course, and Liverpool as a club. What a player, what a man. And he's not one of those players that you hear unwanted news about, both in the sport and his personal life. He's gone around his business quietly and professionally, done what he needed to do as a player for his team. And sadly, this morning we wake up, he is no more, and we can only pray for the family and hope that they find the strength to bear this one. And having said that, if you take your mind back, we have been having these stories lately with players being involved in car crashes. The latest of them before this one, you remember, Mikel Antonio of West Ham was involved in an accident last winter as well. He's just now beginning to learn how to walk again. A lot of people were surprised that he survived that accident. He was so lucky that he survived his. You also remember Jose Antonio Reyes, former Arsenal player as well, lost his life in a summer like this as well, so many years ago, in a car crash as well. And it brings to mind what could be the cause of this. These players work very very hard during the season to play for their clubs, keep themselves fit, train hard, play loads of games throughout the season. And summer comes, of course, they want to kind of have some fun and relax with their families and before they get back to work again. And nobody is going to say they should not do that. But the issue there now is, like I tell people, it's just like when you go buy a gun and you say you're not a killer. There's always going to be that urge to use it someday. These players, obviously, they are paid a lot of money and they buy these speed cars. But if I'm to come into this, I would suggest they don't use these cars when you go out at night, because these cars are speed cars. You're always going to be tempted to drive them to their full potentials, and that might be a very huge risk at night, because your clearance, your view doesn't travel more than maybe 1 or 2 miles, and the kind of engines these cars have, 2 miles can be done in 30 seconds, and anything could happen. So this is just my take on it. Is in nowhere a slide, but just a kind of caution. If you own some of these cars, some of these speed cars, it's advisable not to use them to go out at night, so I won't be tempted to push them to their limits and put your life and those of your loved ones in danger. Sadly, Diogo Jota is no more. He is dead. He's gone, and it's what a loss to Liverpool, what a loss to his family, what a loss to the family of football. And we pray for a repose of his soul and that of his brother, and God to give his family the strength to bear this loss. Yeah, we will give you more news as they unfold, but for now, this is all we know, and we will see you again soon. Bye.